If you're into highly detailed diecast 164, this is going to blow your mind. But before we get to this intentionally far away, slightly out of focus, badly lit car, I want to show you a little bit about it without showing you it. Humble beginnings. This is a Matchbox AMX Javelin, first issued in 1972 with opening doors. I wasn't allowed to play with this one because it belonged to my brother, or the version back in the 70s in our family belonged to my brother, and it was you touch, you die. So, I have a catalogue from 1973. This won't take long before we get to the goodies, but there it is there. Simply called the Javelin. There was a 2-pack as well. This is 79-80 catalogue. When it went to blue with a horse float, similar to this one. And then they got all crazy on it and issued it singularly in blue. Couple of very minor variants. The actual original one had a silver hood scoop, and then they released that on a slightly more limited basis, and then they went kind of nuts and gave us this one. They went Pro Stocker. This is the Dr. Pepper, and I thought I had the top of the was Matchbox Javelin Pro Stocker in this one. The story behind this is at a toy convention they presented both these, the one on the left, the one on the right, and the attendees of the toy convention got to vote which one was going to go into production, the Dr. Pepper or the Minolta Camera Javelin Pro Stocker. The vote went through for the Dr. Pepper, and the Minolta one did not proceed. Value went up, production didn't, obviously, didn't go ahead, and until this point I thought this was the pinnacle of collecting when it came to Matchbox. Small side note, there was this one. Never had this as a kid. It was after the time I stopped collecting. Excuse me. And so I saw it on eBay, I bought it, and the original one, which is what you're about to see, all tricked up, had sun damage all through here. It had been sitting in a window box on a shelf somewhere, and UV had destroyed a lot of the paintwork. Now, onto the main show. This creation was produced by a fella called KC. His channel, he has a channel, it's called Metal Mania 3D, and I'll leave a link to his amazing channel down in the description below. I've rearranged all the lights in the studio, so hopefully it captures the amazing quality and detail of this beast. You know, as a layman, I watch these resto channels or mod channels, and I hear the phrase casting lines a lot, and it's only now that I appreciate it. See the casting line behind the back door of this car? Never really noticed it until it was erased on this one. By the way, I sent KC in Tasmania, Australia, an almost identical version of this, with casting lines, bad paint, undersized wheels, zero detail, etc. And it came back looking like this. When I opened the box today to take a look, because I usually just get all messy and unbox on camera, I decided to take a different tack today and just cut straight to the chase. I opened it up and it was in its pristine acrylic case mounted on this base, and the hairs on the back of my neck just stood up. Absolutely blown away. Check out those red dots, those, I don't know the words for the details. Casey rattles through these like, you know, the professional that he is. He knows the part names, he knows the techniques, he knows the faults and fixes them. Just look at that. Absolutely stunning. Shall I chuck this one in the bin now? Man, I think this shows up every Matchbox car I've ever owned, and puts it to shame. Is this even a Matchbox car anymore? See if we can really zoom in on the details. Just incredible. Interior, exterior, stunning paint job. When you listen to Casey talk about cars, it's like he's talking about a 1-to-1 scale, a real working car. That's his background. He does up, fixes, crashes, races, real cars in real life, and he brings that attention to realism and detail to these little 164 cars. This thing just makes me grin from ear to ear. It's just incredible. I wanted to put it on the turntable, but I just couldn't get the camera to work with the lighting, so I hope this is doing this car justice, because seeing it in the flesh is blowing my tiny mind. Incredible job. So thank you, KC, from Metal Mania 3D, all the way down there in Tasmania. You've done yourself proud. You've shown up my entire collection. But, you know, when I go to the many, many drawers behind me full of Matchbox cars, after a bit of a dull day, I do it to sort of pep myself up, to give myself some psychological sunshine. And I think the drawer this will be sitting in will be the most often opened, because this has given me a lot of psychological sunshine. This is great. As I say, the terminology for the detail and the trim is beyond me. I'm just a collector of toy cars, but yeah. Doesn't it just hit the spot? We'll put this, actually we'll put the original back up against it. Just amazing. By the way, if you have a particular car in mind that really sticks with you in your collection, it's close to your heart, like these Javelins are for me, contact KC. He does these customs with the same level of detail and care to attention that this one has come to me in. And I know he's extremely busy. He's got a backlog. He's very highly in demand. You can see why, can't you? Look at that. But yep, I'll leave a link in the description, and his details in the description below. And if you're interested in something as stunning as this in your collection, contact him and see what he can do for you. Ah, I'm thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. Thank you, KC. Yeah, just blown away. Will it go in the bin? Probably not. But it's the Minolta Javelin has certainly lost its high point in this collection of mine. Wow. Thanks, KC. Thank you for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and check out 3D Metal Mania, Metal Mania 3D. Click on the link below. It'll take you straight to his channel and see the amazing stuff KC does. Thanks for watching. Bye.